Hi everyone, who's ready to be mad? My name is Steve Dangle here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel with Justin Bourne, and today we are doing the all-decade team for the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to look at the past decade because this decade is coming to an end, unless you want to debate about it, which I'm disinterested in.
Yes.
Don't care.
As am I.
We're at the end of the decade here, so we're going to look at the Oilers all-decade team. This one was really fun.
Yeah.
Because the Oilers have had some pretty incredible players over the past 10 years. So it was this weird debate of best single seasons, longevity, and what is funny to me.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Right.
But not really.
It was, for one of my picks it was. Actually, we might as well start with this one, and this isn't even the pick I was just referring to. On the left wing, I have Taylor Hall.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, on the all-decade team in which he's played, how about that? 383 games. You don't have Leon Draisaitl?
No.
6 seasons?
No.
That wasn't enough for you?
Nope.
Taylor Hall.
I have Taylor Hall because if we're talking about defining the decade.
Yeah. They have played almost exactly the same number of games over the decade.
How many more points does Draisaitl have?
He has
gotta be crushing.
35, 37.
So relatively even. So that's my thing. Is Draisaitl is all world. Like they got McDavid and Draisaitl have some Crosby Malkin nonsense going on right now.
Right.
They're unbelievable. I was about to say Sedins. I don't think the Sedins ever quite put up the numbers that these guys are putting up. But to me, if we're talking about defining the decade, it was 1-for-1, or the trade is 1-for-1. It's a meme in the sport now. So to me, trading Taylor Hall defined the entire decade for the Oilers.
So this is your point. The point you're making is so good that I am not sure that I'm going to stick with my pick, but I just, you're right though. The face of what they've been over the past 10 years, Taylor Hall is probably the guy. But we're picking an all-decade team. It's kind of in the vein of an all-star team. I got to pick Leon Draisaitl at left wing. I'm going to make him my pick.
Sure.
But your case is compelling. Do you want to say anything more than McDavid at center?
I mean, it's slam dunk. McDavid won MVP with
Ryan
the
NugentHopkins
Oilers.
has more games, more seasons. In terms of points over the decade, they're separated by 26 points.
Holy cow!
Yeah, let me make sure I had that right. I did have that right.
And he was drafted, I want to say, first overall 2009.
Right.
And then Hall was 2010. So McDavid was drafted 6 years after Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and they're separated by less than 30 points.
Yeah, and it is McDavid who has more points, obviously. But it's fascinating.
And they're teammates, and he's probably going to create like a 50-point gap between them by the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's staggering.
But you can still make a case for RNH, but McDavid's obviously the guy. Let's not even do that.
Yeah, you could use some of the reasoning I used with Hall to put RNH there. No, it's McDavid.
Yeah, at right wing, Zach Kassian. Nah, I'm kidding. Calm down. Jordan Eberle, though, is still a...
I had Jordan Eberle, and there's another 1-for-1 guy. Again, he represented hope for that franchise for so long. He performed. He struggled during one playoff, and then he was out of town.
Yeah. Another interesting right winger over that time is Nail Yakupov. Obviously, he's not in this conversation, but in terms of right wingers, it's just clearly Eberle. Now, this is a fun. There's some harsh realities coming for the Oilers about their all-decade team as we turn towards the defense. The best defenseman of the decade for the Edmonton Oilers, I think we both agree.
On either side.
Oscar Klefbom.
Easily.
Which Oscar Klefbom is a very good defenseman.
Yes.
He is a defenseman you'd like to have in your team, and he's having a great season. He should not be the best defenseman of a decade for a team.
Yeah, first of all, stop yelling. Bourne and I had Gardner, he had Phaneuf for the Leafs, so
That's right.
it's been tough for a bunch of Canadian teams over the past decade. I think it's to Klefbom's credit.
Hold on, I can't believe you didn't mention that I had Mark Borowiecki at one point for Ottawa. Carry on with the Oilers.
Yes. Canada, it's been a tough decade. Oscar Klefbom definitely deserves to be there. Maybe we'd be talking about him differently with a little more reverence if he didn't go through all those injuries. But the fact that he's still doing so well despite the miles his body has had to endure over his career, he's a great player.
So he's been very good. Then the other one we don't agree on, I would like to hear your logic because I imagine there's not much.
No, there isn't. I picked Justin Schultz on the right side. I wanted to pick a righty, and again, it was just sort of defining the decade. This guy's got nothing. He'll never make it. He's no good. Goes and win a cup.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, and obviously a very good player, in terms of picking a second defenseman, that's reasonable. Yeah. I went with Darnell Nurse.
Yes.
I just feel like, he's actually been around for a while now. This is his 6th season with Edmonton, and he's kind of represented something different that they've needed, a physical presence. He's become a guy they're going to have to give a lot of money to, which is a testament to how good he's been. So I've got Nurse, and we both have Klefbom. Your other one was Schultz, and in net.
Oh, in net, I have Cam Talbot.
Yeah, so I took a shot at the Oilers in the
Flames video that I'm sure went over well. Yeah. That's called knowing your audience.
That's right. But I, it's just teasing. But the best goaltender of a decade is Cam Talbot. Is 32, 912 save percentage for his career. It's good. It's like Klefbom. He's good.
And he had one cartoony, unbelievable season where he played 85 games.
Led the NHL, tied for the NHL lead in wins. He won 42 games the year they went to the playoffs. He was very good, not taking away from Cam Talbot or his career. But the best goaltender of the decade, you'd like to have Habibulin, Scrivens, Koskinen. Those are some of the names you're picking between. So
you do not disparage Scrivezna.
Scrivezna, I wouldn't dare.
I was working at CBC the night Scrivezna became Scrivezna, when he had that ridiculous 55 or whatever save shutout it was against the San Jose Sharks. It was a nothing night, nothing's going on. Everyone's just sort of got their head in their work. Late in the second period, pretty much everyone on my floor was like, "Are you seeing what Scrivens is doing against San Jose?"
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. I remember I was just sort of getting into analytics that around that time. Sam Gagner had like an 8% Corsi for is what I took from that. But Scrivens, forget best Oilers single game performance over the past decade, probably best goaltending period performance over the past decade. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a unique guy. He's obviously he was fantastic in Edmonton, but not quite a part of this conversation, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah. So we got Cam Talbot in net, and that rounds off our all-decade Oilers team. Who do you have? I'm sure you're going to yell at me, so you go right ahead and do that in the comment section down below. Feel free to yell at Justin too, although his picks were better. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. It's difficult when they just throw it at you, right?
Sorry about that. I'm still sweating from my coughing attack.